All right. Okay. So, guys, for the support part that holds on the cutting edge, it's kind of the backbone of the ribs set up in the plow wing. Okay, it is 2¼ inches wide. I cannot get a 2¼ inch wide piece of bar. I'm thinking it's 3/8. I'm thinking it's 3/8. Anyways, yeah, so I had the plasma cut my own, so it's special width. So with plasma cutting, you get the heat, and the heat will warp or bow the piece a little bit, so I had to straighten it out a little bit. So now I'm going to be putting holes in it. So I got to put a 5/8 hole in each one of these spots for the cutting edge, because the new cutting edge uses 5/8 holes or bolts. So got to put a 5/8 hole in it. So that's pretty big, as you can see here on the new cutting edge. Now this cutting edge is from Boss, so everything should be in its place for sure. The finish, I'm not really impressed on this finish they have on this. I don't know if this is supposed to be a rubber undercoating or what it is. It's terrible, and you pay big bucks for that. So yeah, it was kind of depressing that it didn't have a better finish on it. I'll probably will paint it again. In fact, I don't even think there is the finish on it. I think that's just the scale from the metal. Okay, so over here too, I cut this back off. We had tacked this on because I want to get some paint and primer underneath here so it doesn't rust from the inside out again. Okay, guys, so I'm going to get back to popping the holes over here. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm not going to record that because that's going to be extremely boring and long. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, guys, here we go. All the holes are in it. Do. Yep. One thing you guys should use is you should use tool steel drills, high-speed tool steel drills. And when you're doing like 5/8, make sure you're going slow. Otherwise you smoke the drills out, and you don't want to do that. They're expensive. So, yep. So there it is. So now that's the part that goes underneath that ties everything in. It's like I'd call it the backbone, and these are the ribs. So, all right, guys. Hey guys, okay, so this is where it is right now. All right, we put this piece in last night. Let's see, we welded the whole bottom side. We did the patch panel on the other side. We cut off the edge here because we had probably about 5 inches that were past what it needs to be, so we cut that. So, and I gouged out the weld here because this was bent, so this has got to come back this way. So I'm gonna have to cut on the other side, make it weak enough that I can teeter it back this way. And then I think tomorrow I'll come in and I'll weld this, and I'll put on the little piece that goes here. Just like that. That's what holds the spring on. So, and then I gotta put some holes here. Oh, and I was thinking about putting some holes here with nuts welded on, but now that's probably not gonna happen because there's no way I'm gonna be able to get the nuts in. Okay. All right. Okay, so we'll probably skip that because I was going to make a little bolt-on corner. It was going to be round. So if I ran into any curves or anything like that, it would be round and not drag and wear out my sides. So that's where we are at. Last night we worked on this until I think it was like 11:30 at night. Today I'm going to call it early, because I was tired at work today. So guys, that's where it is right now. Okay, so that's the update on it. And guys, we'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys, here we are. It is paint the frame on the plow today. Well, it was a couple days ago. I'm just going to show you what I did today. Okay, first things first, we went through and we scruffed up all the big rough rust, got rid of it, got it down to as little rust as I could. I didn't have it sandblasted because they wanted way too much money for that. These three pieces, they wanted like $400 to have them sandblasted, and it's like, this is too much money, so I had to get dirty. It was bad, but it wasn't terrible. So then next, I took Pour 15, and I did Pour 15, which was the high gloss Pour 15 for my base coat. And if you guys don't ever use that before, that stuff is like sticky as hell, and it takes like a month to get it off you if you get it on you, guys. So if you ever use that stuff, careful, gloves. Don't get it on you because you're going to be wearing it for a long time. So just to let you know, it does not come off easy. So then after that, since it is UV sensitive, you do want to put a top coat on it. So I put the old 55 tractor implement paint performance coating, the satin black. I didn't want the gloss black because I know it's going to have imperfections where the rust pits were, and I don't want them to stick out like this because I wasn't going to take body putty and Bondo, whatever you want to call it, and fill in all the rust spots to have a nice smooth finish. That isn't happening. So I didn't want it to stick out, so I went with satin, so it's kind of a dull, got a little bit of gloss, I mean a little shine, but not a lot, so it'll hide most of the imperfections. And I just took a 4-inch roller. I have a 3/8 inch nap, and I just rolled that stuff on, boom, boom, guys. Then spray it. Like I said, I didn't want it a flat finish. I want it more orange peely, egg, type finish, so that it would hide the imperfections. There's going to be spots that, like here, I had that little bit of rust there I got out, and the rest of the paint was fine underneath it. So, I mean, if that was shiny, that would stick out like a sore thumb. Being not a non-shine, you're not going to see it as easy. So you have to be, you got to be up on it, not like 10 feet away, you're not even going to notice it. So that's where we are. We're going to be flipping these over, and we're going to be doing the other sides that we couldn't paint before today with the Pour 15. And there again, we're just going to roll it. A little sponge brush where you can't get the roller in, to sponge brush it in, guys. This really does not, you don't see most of this because the plow blocks it. You just want to protect it so it doesn't get all rusty again, or at least last a while longer, because I did make a couple repairs. So I want the repairs to stay good for a while yet. So that's where we're at, guys. We're also gonna be flipping the blades today. I've been really busy during the last 2 weeks on the Dirty Max. The Dirty Max has been taking up all my time. I completely redid the whole brake system on the Dirty Max, lines, hoses, calipers, master cylinder, ABS pump. But I still think I might have one more other issue because it isn't quite perfect yet. And I think it is the Hydro Boost. I think that's where my problem's coming from. The lines had to go because I just pulled on a couple of lines and they snapped apart. They were that thin. They had to be done. The calipers, you couldn't even see the bleeders anymore. They're just a little mound of rust on the caliper, and so everything had to be done anyway. So it was that time. The way we use salt around here, like rebreathe it. It's ridiculous. Well, anyways, guys, getting back on to what we're here for. I just hope I don't have any wet spots, because I came in here last night about 5 o'clock and I gave her to go over, and I knew I was gonna be flipping them today. I was hoping to be dry enough so that I won't have any stickiness. They really should sit one more day, but I want to push ahead here and start maybe reassembling some of this stuff and moving ahead. Yeah, you know, this has been down way too long. All right, I'll show you what in a little bit, guys. We'll get you up to speed. Okay, guys, we're gonna start putting it together. First thing I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna grease this stuff up. I'm not gonna put it together without having it being greased. What I'm gonna just use is some Mestic high performance marine grease. So I'm gonna start greasing all the shaft, all the little holes here. So that's what we're gonna do first, guys. All right, we'll be right back.